Hello, today we will talk about tones and semitones, also known as whole steps and half steps.
They are intervals between notes. Think of it as a unit of measure to know how far away is one note from the other. The interval between two notes is said to be a semitone when they do not have any other note in between them. The other way to understand it is that a semitone or a half step is an interval between any two consecutive notes on a 12-note chromatic scale. It is the smallest interval between two notes in the Western music world. Looking at it from a guitarist's perspective, the interval between two consecutive frets will be a semitone or a half step. These two frets have no other fret in between them, which means that these two notes do not have any other note in between them, so they are a semitone away from each other. Let's look at another pair of frets. These two also have a semitone or a half step interval. These two also have a semitone or a half step interval, and same here. Even in the case of open string notes, like this one, it is pressed on the nut of the guitar. The nut is also called as fret 0. So this open note and the first fret have a semitone interval because there is no other note or fret between them. The same thing on this string or on this string. Now look at the keys of the keyboard or piano for that matter. Semitone or half step is the interval between two adjacent keys which have no key in between them. These two keys are not semitone, though it appears so, if you're not careful to see that they do have a key in between them. Let's see some examples of semitones on the keyboard. B and C, F and F sharp, G sharp and A. All these have semitone intervals as they do not have any other key or note in between them. Now back to guitar. Whenever there is one and only one note between two notes, they are a tone away from each other. That interval is known as a tone or a whole step. Whole step is two half steps. Similarly, we can say whenever there is one and only one fret between two frets, the interval is a tone or a whole step. Remember, one and only one fret or a note between them. These two are a tone away as they have a note or a fret in between them. Two semitones make a tone or two half steps make a whole step. The same explanation for these two frets. And for these two as well. Similarly for open strings, this interval between fret 0 or the nut and fret 2 is a tone or a whole step as it has one fret in between them. Same on this string. Two semitones or two half steps making a tone or a whole step respectively. Let's look at the keys again. These two keys have one and only one key in between them. Hence, the interval is a tone. These two are a tone away. Here is a tone or a whole step. If you are wondering what is their use, they have many uses, but one of the simplest and most common use is the construction of scales, where tones and semitones or half steps and whole steps tell us what notes are part of that type of a scale. Another use is while transposing. Musicians are often telling each other by how much to transpose or to move from which key to which key. You also see this option for transposing on your keyboards, most of them. You will see that the numbers go from 0 to 12 or 0 to minus 12. 0 means no transposing. Plus 1 means go one semitone higher. Minus 2 means one tone lower or two semitones or two half steps lower. Plus 4 means 4 semitones or 4 half steps higher, or 2 tones higher, and so on. Hope you found this information useful. Do order my book on sight reading. It's a beginner's sight reading book for guitarists. This book works well for self-learning, for teaching, and also for formal exams. It could be grade exams for Trinity College, you could be doing a rock and pop exam, or any other type of formal exam that you are taking under any other syllabus. Please see the details in the video links and also in the video description. If you are looking for bulk orders for your institute or for your students, my email ID is in the video description. Ciao, take care, catch you later.